Hello and welcome to another video by Johnny IELTS. Chào mừng các bạn một video khác của Johnny IELTS nha. So today, Miss Sarah and Miss Trúc from class IELTS number 43, they are going to do their speaking practice. So let's start with part one, class. I'll choose randomly for you, just like before. So let's try topic number 78. So let's talk about public transport now. So, Miss Sarah, what form of transport do you usually use? What form, what kind of transport do you usually use?
One of the most popular transports in my country, in my city, is bus.
Is để mấy cái is đó.
Is
One of the most popular
transport in my city
is yes.
bus. And sometimes when I have available time, I tend to travel by bus around the city. And for the other trip, I might drive motorbike.
I see that. So I think also that motorbikers like Grab bike, these kind of services are also public transport too. Do you think so? Because they is used by the public a lot, but it's not considered. I don't think it's considered as public transport. It's called it's more like private transport, I think.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah, like, do you think airplane is also a public transport? Sarah, what do you think?
I understand the public transport is kind of the or
Maybe the most expensive public transport.
it's, it's not published nowadays because there are more
There are more and more people using them, huh?
yes, but it's still not really quite it's not kind of daily transport, so it's a little confused. The cone is a public transport.
I see. Now, so Ms. Trúc, what form of transport do you usually use?
Oh, I usually use bus as a public transport that I prefer more than other kinds because it truly is popular in our country, especially in urban areas. And of course, because its ticket price
Because
is
the ticket
quite
price is really cheap,
quite
affordable.
Affordable for many people, especially students who can pay by their monthly tickets.
Who can pay the monthly tickets, I see.
Yes, with a more bargain price.
You mean they receive, so basically they receive a student discount, right?
Oh, yes.
I think normally it's like you receive a 50% discount if you're a student, right? Is that true?
Maybe it's a long time ago, so I don't be sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Well, back in my time, it was 2000. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But I know the monthly ticket price for a student is just cheaper than the normal one. It's not really.
It's not 50, right?
Yes, it's not 50.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, with bus. Let's just say, all right, let's just try. Okay, so basically they say, moment. So if you are a student, you pay 3,000 Vietnam dong per turn. If you go with a bus, let's say that you go to, say, the center of the bus station, the central bus stations, it's 3,000 dong. Let's say it also depends on like how many kilometers you are going with, I think. It's say here, okay, it's 2024 and you can get a monthly, it's a monthly ticket, or is it called season ticket? Season ticket, vé mùa. Monthly ticket or season ticket. It's 150,000 for students. And if you don't receive any form of priority, then you get 300,000. That's not much, right?
Yes.
I don't
In
think
Hanoi,
that's much.
it's more expensive.
Sorry?
I think it's more expensive in Hanoi. I think
Oh,
the
really?
Mhm.
Oh, I see. I think the last time I went on a bus, it's like 6,000 per trip. I see. So, so talking about public transport, I would like to introduce you like ferry and ferries, you know, cái phà. So ferry are basically like massive boats that allow people, car, motorbikes to cross the river. So mainly ferries are to cross rivers, you know. Phà là để băng qua sông, to cross the rivers. To cross rivers, nói chung là rivers, nói chung to cross rivers. So, but boats, I think boats, yeah, it's public transport as well, I think, but not many people go by boats, I think. So, Miss Sarah, how often do you use public transportation?
Actually, because I work from home, so I don't really use public transport frequently. I just travel by bus on the weekend when I want to visit the central city, or go somewhere to visit my relative, because the bus is safe and
It's safe
comfortable.
and
It's
comfortable.
comfortable, especially
To be
in
honest with you, I don't think it's that safe, I think.
I think it's
Because
safer than driving motorbike.
are
Yeah.
you talking about like road safety? Talking about road safety, an toàn trên đường phố, an toàn đường bộ. However, I'm talking about like there are pickpockets on buses, you know that. It's not very safe for your things.
Yeah.
People get their wallets. So people get their belonging stolen from time to time, you know. Lúc này lúc kia tôi thấy là đồ đạc của họ bị đánh cắp không à. They get their belongings stolen from them time to time. They're on buses and public transport. So I think metro, it's, yeah, probably the same thing. So what do you think, Miss Trúc? What do you think of public transport?
I think using public transport is options. It
It's optional.
depends. It's optional. It depends on each person's situation. Because if they owned a private personal vehicles, they can use it every time, everywhere, and it's so convenience for them. But on the contrary, people to people who can't afford personal
Personal
vehicles,
vehicles.
yes, because they have to pay for many things, such as fixings and uh,
For the fixing
and
costs,
for the
for
for the
fixing
for the
costs,
fishings cars
for
and the fuel costs.
insurance for fuel.
Fuel, yes.
And also they have to potentially pay for, how can I say, toll fees, phí cầu đường. They have to pay toll fees if
Yes.
they go if they cross like checkpoints. What's it called? Checkpoints. Những cái chốt kiểm tra. Like normally, if you go through checkpoints like that, you have to pay something.
Yes,
And
I believe
also,
that there are many taxes they have to pay each year.
Mhm.
Yes, so that's why many public transports are preferred because they don't have to pay for parking lot price, for
Mhm.
example, and others other price. And of course, nowadays when the law of transportation is becoming more and more strict, so people can
More
easily
strict,
to be fined because they violate the law. For
Mhm.
example, so if they use public transport, they can they don't have to worry about that problem.
Mhm. I see. So, Miss Sarah, do you like to use public transport for long distance travel? Like, for example, if you go from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, for example, would you take the
Uh,
train or maybe take airplane instead of like going by car, like personal cars, you know?
yes, I really enjoy the long distance travel by train or, or car because it gives me more free time um, to doing land, to doing sightseeing and really
Oh, for sightseeing, I see.
and can spend time to chatting with a friend or family because
Mm-hmm.
yeah it it's and on almost long distance
Most long distance travel,
most long distance travel
distance, cần phải ST, long distance
distance
travel.
travel you will be served the food and drink
Most long distance travel will serve là sai về cái logic nha, tại vì người ta sẽ serve chứ không phải là những cái chuyến đi, những cái cách đi đó nó phục vụ.
you will be served có được không
So
thầy?
during most, let's just say, during most long distance travel,
Yes.
food is served. Thức ăn được phục vụ đi.
Yes.
During most long distance travel, food is served.
Yes. So we don't need to prepare in advance, and so the trip will be more convenient and convenient, and the price for long distance as for long trip also affordable. So
Affordable.
affordable. So it really mm, so I really enjoy the public transport for long distance travel.
Mhm. I see. Okay, I see. So basically, Mr. How is the transport in your country? Is it really good? Are there a lot of people who choose to go by public transport in Vietnam? What do you think?
I think that each public transport vehicles have and have good and bad in the
There
in
are good and
they
bad.
are they are good
Có
and
những thứ
bad.
tốt và xấu. There are good and bad
They are good
things
and
about
bad
public transport.
at the same time because when talking about public transport, people usually don't demand too much. They just need to have a bargain price and go to their destinations
Destination. Like for example,
on
last
time.
time I think I went to Vũng Tàu and I think the ticket was like 300,000, I think, to go by bus. Yeah, it's a public transport as well. And I think many people choose to go through these buses, trains, airplanes. I haven't seen many people who actually go by personal vehicles like cars, or motorbikes. What do you think, Miss Sarah? How's the transport in your country?
Actually, nowadays the public transport in my country have been approved
Have been improved. You mean
a lot. Recently we built the new metro and in the big city like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, and
Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi?
this makes the transport station to be easier and faster.
Mhm.
It's also help people
It
avoid
helps people. Dùng ít nhiều không? It helps people to
avoid rushing and traffic jam in
traffic jams. Does it? Traffic jams.
traffic jam, yeah.
Traffic jams.
Traffic jam. Also, most people still prefer to
Most people prefer. Most people prefer to
ride motorbike, to drive the private vehicle like
vehicle. Cái từ đó là vehicle nha, không phải vehicle đó nha. Vehicle.
vehicle like
Vehicle. Vehicle.
vehicle vehicle like a motorbike or car, because it's convenient and it's convenient. But I believe that in the near future, there will more
There will be more chứ phải win.
there will be more
Tránh cái chữ win nha. Chữ will nó là will, đọc là will. It
will
will be more.
the public transport.
So there will be more public transport around the country.
And people will change to use for their benefits and environment benefits too.
For the environment benefits too, I see. All right, good. Let's move on to part 2 and part 3. I'm coughing now. It's I think the changing weather is making everyone a bit tired. Okay, part 2 and part 3. Let's try. I would like you to try topic number 9. It's always been a very interesting topic to talk about. Describe a puzzle you have completed, and they tell you what puzzle it is. Jigsaw and crossword. You know jigsaw? Jigsaw nó chính là ghép hình. Crossword crossword là giải ô chữ. Describe a puzzle you have completed. Miêu tả một cái dạng giải đố mà bạn đã hoàn thành. So basically a quiz or quiz is plural form. It's also a kind of puzzle. A puzzle is something that you have to solve. Something that you have to solve. It's called puzzle. Đương nhiên nó gọi là giải đố thì là nó là cái gì đó mà mình phải giải cho ra được. To find the answer. Describe a puzzle you have completed, like jigsaw or crossword. You should say what it is like. Cái trò như thế nào? How easy or difficult it is? Khó dễ ra sao? How long it takes you to solve? Bao nhiêu lâu? Nó tốn bạn có bao nhiêu lâu thời gian để mà giải nó? Explain how you feel about it. Giải thích là mình cảm thế nào về điều đó. And then part 3 of puzzles. Now, so what kind of puzzles are popular in your country? Có những dạng giải ô chữ nào là rất thông dụng ở đất nước bạn? Okay, I can name a few. I think you know more than me. So basically, there are crossword, of course, on TV. You see a lot of crosswords. You see a lot of what's it called? Sudoku. Sudoku, you know that one? Which is a kind of crossword with numbers. A kind of crossword, but with numbers. Have you ever tried Sudoku before, class?
Yeah, whenever done.
It's actually quite fun to do, honest with you. Like, for example, you are provided like squares like this. Many squares like this, like a 9 by 9 square. It's a 9 by 9 square. Or it's a 9 by 9 board. Let's just say một cái bảng 9 x 9. 9 by 9 board consisting of many square. Bao gồm nhiều cái hình hình vuông nhỏ như này. Like for example, in one of these 3 by 3 squares, in the 3 by 3 square, you need to fill in the missing numbers so that from 1 to 9, you need to fill in the missing numbers from 1 to 9 to satisfy the rule of the game. Để mà mãn nguyện cái luật của cuộc chơi này. Like for example, in one horizontal line like this, you must have from 1 to 9. And also for one vertical line like this, horizontal and vertical lines, những cái đường dọc, đường ngang như thế này. Đường ngang là bắt buộc là trên đây nó phải đủ từ 1 đến 9 nha. And đường dọc cũng vậy. So that's the rules. And also in these 3 by 3 squares, you must have 1 to 9 as well. So it might look very difficult at first, but it's very fun to solve, I think. You might enjoy it. And so this is how I explain. Now, so what kind of puzzle are popular in your country? You can talk about like, nó phải là cái gì mà giải ô chữ, giải đố gì đó nha. Now, so what should parents encourage their children to play with puzzles? Cha mẹ có nên khuyến khích trẻ nhỏ chơi ô chữ, chơi giải đố không? And what does it help? Does it help their development in any way? Does it help them solve problems, for example? Help them develop their critical thinking skills. Kỹ năng suy nghĩ, nó gọi là gì ta? Phản biện gì á, critical thinking skills. And also it helps them think faster, maybe. And what kind of puzzles improve people's intelligence? Loại giải ô chữ nào, giải đố nào cải thiện trí thông minh con người? Why do people enjoy solving puzzles? This is a hard question. Tại sao con người ta lại thích giải ô chữ, giải đố? So think about what people feel after you finishing it. After finishing a puzzle, there's often a sense of achievement, you know. Nó có một cái cảm giác mình đạt được thành quả gì đó. This is often a sense of achievement and satisfaction that people can feel. So that's why people enjoy solving puzzles, even though it's not easy, you know. I think that's the main reason, but there might be other reason why people enjoy solving puzzles. Nó cũng giống như là cái lý do tại sao con người thích chơi game vậy đó. It's very similar to that. I think you try to find out, okay? Now, I'll give you some time to think. Right, Mr. Please describe a puzzle you have completed. Remember, it should be something like this, you know, not the puzzle of your life, for example. Giải ô chữ của cuộc đời em là không được nha. Nó phải là những cái puzzle mà giống như đề yêu cầu nha. Okay, please.
Okay. I would like to
Okay.
introduce a term when I place to solve a
Wait, what?
jigsaw, a jigsaw,
A jigsaw.
a jigsaw with my sister.
Sister.
With my sister, I remember at that time we put together 1,000 beach landscapes puzzle together. When we bought it, we were very excited because completing such a large picture was truly a challenge. But of course, the joy of place jigsaw lies in the process, not the result. It took us about 3 weeks to finish the pictures, and it was definitely difficult because landscapes often have large areas of similar colors and not many specific details to
Specific detail.
specific details to
Specific.
differ
Từ đó làm sao? Specific.
specific
Specific detail.
specific details to differ the pieces.
Okay.
However, I feel genius happy when I
I feel
think
what? I
about
feel what?
geniusly happy.
I feel geniusly happy. It's an interesting way to say.
When I think about that time doing the bonjour with my sister, we even bought a frame together and preserved the complete picture as a beautiful memories and a lovely piece of decoration.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that playing a bonjour is very interesting.
Yes, okay. So, Miss Sarah, please, can you describe a puzzle you have completed?
Yes, I completed
I
jigsaw.
completed quá khứ.
I completed a jigsaw.
A jigsaw.
Jigsaw puzzle.
A jigsaw.
A jigsaw puzzle which had more than 300 pieces.
300 pieces, right?
Yes, 300 pieces, and that's a picture of the sunrise on the ocean. So it took me more than 1 week to do that, to complete, because I just work on that on my spare time.
In my spare time. So during my spare time, I say.
And sometimes when I lost concentration, I put the piece in the wrong place because the picture has so much similar blue color piece, and so I need to redo the past, and it takes more time. It took more time, but in other side, it had to train my patience and focus. It's when during this journey, I feel peaceful and enjoying, because this activity detached me from the daily stress issue. And when I complete that I completed that, I feel really satisfaction and
Satisfied. Mình phải dùng đúng cái tính từ của nó là satisfied.
satisfied and reward when I can use it to decorate for my house.
To decorate my home. Yeah, normally people do chip puzzles, and then when the picture is completed, they use the whole thing to decorate their home. Now, so Miss Sarah, what kind of puzzles are popular in Vietnam?
I think nowadays young people,
Young,
almost
yeah. Young,
people,
young
young,
people, chứ không là young people, you know.
young people,
Yeah, young people.
young people, young people
Okay.
enjoy doing this short and crossword puzzle. It puzzle because the
Puzzle.
puzzle because they find it interesting and challenging, so it challenges their intelligence
It challenges their intelligence.
and they try to handle it to show their their achievement.
Achievement, to show the achievement.
Mm. And
Great.
other side, I think it's also quite good for them to train their mind to be more concentrated and for
No. To concentrate better. Tại vì
concentrate
mình không dùng cái tính từ concentrated là nồng độ cao nha. Phải dùng tính từ là to concentrate, phải dùng từ là to concentrate better. Use a verb here. To
better.
concentrate better, not concentrated, okay? So because concentrated means like very dense. Rất đặc, nồng độ cao, high concentration. So the right word here is to concentrate better. The right way, để mà tập trung tốt hơn, to concentrate better. Okay, anything else?
And have them more patient in handling the issue difficulty.
Okay. I see. So, Ms. Group, should parents encourage their children to play with puzzles?
I strongly believe that parents should
Say again?
encourage.
It's a bit, can you be louder a bit, please?
I strongly believe that parents should encourage their children to play with puzzles because puzzles have a vital role in
They play a vital role in
yes
something?
in shaping
In shaping.
in shaping children's mind
Minds.
about mind and improving their ability in many factors such as improving their problem solving,
Mhm. Problem solving
memory,
skills, memory, yes.
memories, and critical thinking skills.
Mhm.
Yes, that's absolutely mm, necessary
Yes.
for their for children's growth. They help them learn how to resolve challenges from different angles because puzzles can be solved
Puzzle,
in
là puzzle, đúng không? Puzzle.
puzzles
Mhm.
can be solved by many ways and through the each puzzle challenge
Puzzle.
children come over, they can learn about how to deal with new challenges. Of course, patience and focus are of um, two of skill
Yeah.
that I think puzzles
Puzzle.
and
Puzzle. Puzzle.
puzzles can help children a lot because it requires attention and patience, teaching children to stay focused and not give up.
Not be a what? Can you say again?
Not give up. Give up.
Not give up. I say
Not
not give
give
up.
up.
Cái mạng nó hơi bị kỳ nha. I think the internet is getting cut off somehow. Okay, so Miss Sarah, so what kind of puzzles improve people's intelligence? Are all kind of puzzles do that? Do
Yeah,
all kind of puzzles do that? Or just some of them? What do you think?
I think most puzzle
Puzzle.
puzzle
Puzzle.
most puzzle in
Most puzzles.
puzzle improve people intelligence. Some of them like jigsaw puzzle is
Mhm.
help people to learn to have a general to have skill like observation and have a general has general overview about the picture. This puzzle also is not always about logical thinking. It's also train people in institution
What? Intelligence?
intuition.
No. Cái từ đó nó là intelligence, sự thông minh mà.
Giác này
Intelligence.
em đang muốn nói cái từ trực giác ấy.
Intuition.
Intuition.
Intuition is intuition. 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 Okay, just a moment, please. I'm gonna show that word to you.
Intuition.
Intuition. Intuition. Trực giác. Yes, exactly. So, wait, why does it have anything to do with puzzle or with intuition? Can you explain?
I mean, in like when you try to place the small piece of a picture, it's difficult to see to know exactly where it should be, but based on your observation, the color and the landscape, you can make some guess, and I believe it's kind of intuition skill.
Intuition. I think intuition is actually, I think, a mark of intelligence. Nó là trực giác là một cái dấu hiệu, a mark, giống như là một cái đỉnh, một cái level, cái mức độ, a mark of intelligence, I think. So it's like if you have intuition, it's a kind of intelligence, I would say. Yes, and I think there are 10 different types of intelligence as far as I know. As far as I know, there are 10 different types of intelligence. Like logical intelligence, that's math, having to solve problems, quickly, think quickly, that's logical intelligence. Trí thông minh về mặt logic. Trí thông minh cảm xúc, emotional intelligence. If you understand the emotion of people well, and how to talk to them in order to make them feel good. nói chuyện họ làm họ cảm thấy tốt. That's emotional intelligence, trí thông minh cảm xúc. There's a spatial intelligence, trí thông minh về mặt không gian, hình học. Trí thông minh vận động. I think kinesthetic. I think. Yeah, kinesthetic intelligence. Yes. When about and how they're moving. Trí thông minh vận động đúng không? Okay, like kinesthetic intelligence, like sport people, they're really good with that ability to move quickly and to move very fluidly, smoothly, khả năng mà di chuyển một cách rất là trơn tru, giống một vận động viên thể thao nhé. That's kinesthetic intelligence. What other intelligence? Interpersonal intelligence as well. Cái thông minh mà liên quan đến chuyện mà liên thông với người. What other intelligence I heard? Artistic intelligence, trí thông minh về mặt nghệ thuật. So music, know how to play music and things like that. But there are more than that. As I remember, there's a lot of them. Anyway, so Miss Trúc, please. Why do people enjoy solving puzzles then? There must be a specific reason.
Yes, I think that people enjoy solving puzzles because they require critical thinking, which cultivate their curiosity and
Cultivate what?
cultivate curiosity.
Những âm mấy?
Curiosity, which cultivate their curiosity. Curiosity.
Những âm mấy? Curiosity, những âm ba nha.
Curiosity. And a certain level of competitiveness.
Tính mà cạnh tranh hả? Competitiveness. Yes.
Natural.
Yes, it does. Có một cái puzzle nữa chính là cái Rubik. The Rubik Cube, I'm sure all students know what the Rubik Cube is. The Rubik Cube. The Rubik Cube. The Rubik Cube. Nó gọi là khối Rubik. And I think it's Rubik. It's with a K, and the Rubik Cube by a Hungarian man called Ethno Rubik. Okay, in 1974. It's an interesting game to play, I think. Okay, so please continue, Ms. Trúc.
Yes. Naturally, solving a difficult puzzle brings a great sense of satisfaction. Yes, that's so. Satisfaction.
Good.
That shows they are intelligent in a certain way, which boosts their confidence. Everyone feels happy when they overcome a challenge, especially if after solving the puzzle, they receive a compliment or a reward.
A compliment or reward.
Yes, or a reward. That is even better. So I believe that because overcomes a difficult challenge, people can't achieve a mix of emotionals and psychological satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Yes. Besides that, a common reason for playing these games
Mhm.
can be can be related to stress re- relief, because when they place and focus on a puzzle, people can
Puzzle.
yes, puzzle, people can feel relaxed and unwind. It's required them to pay their attentions
Mhm.
in playing this game, and and uh, forget forget in a
Forget.
times forget in forget in a time from worries and stress,
Mhm.
creating a sense of calm and control.
Okay. Sense of calm and control. Very good.
Yeah, so
So that's why people enjoy solving puzzles. I say. All right. So
yes,
Miss Sarah, let's try this question. So why do people enjoy solving puzzle? In your opinion, what is the reason then?
Yes, in my opinion, people enjoy solving puzzle because at first it's a kind of game, so
Mhm.
uh,
It's for entertainment, right?
people can spend their spare time for this activity
This activity.
and basically it's convenient. You
It's
don't
convenient, you mean?
Yes, it's convenient. Some puzzle is
Convenient.
convenient. We can
Let's
play
speak like slower, okay? It's more
yes,
convenient. Những âm hai.
convenient. And for some puzzle, you can play it uh anytime, anywhere. Is the so uh and you can enjoy yourself. Um, Otherwise, some people found interesting and challenging when so
Sometimes it's very interesting. It's very challenging, you know. It depends on the level of difficulty.
and so they want to con they want to chinh phục, she said.
You know, they want to conquer.
Con-
Conquer. They want to conquer something.
was
Chinh phục hoặc là chinh phạt cái gì đó.
conquer
They want to conquer it.
the game to see how intelligent they are. So I think that's some popular motivation for people to play a puzzle.
Okay, I see. Right. Okay, let's move on to another topic. You see, this topic can still be quite challenging, even though it's old already. Okay. Let's try 32. It's not that hard. 32 is describe a skill that you think you can teach other people. Miêu tả một kỹ năng bạn nghĩ bạn có thể dạy được người khác. You should say what it is, who you can teach, how you can teach other, like teaching them how to cook, for example. Teaching kids how to cook, how to fold their clothes, how to take care of their home, something like that, you know. For example, what it is, who you can teach, how you can teach others, là dạy như thế nào á. Is it like, are you going to tell them to come over to your home and then you show them how to do it and then ask them to do the same, maybe? And explain how you feel about teaching others. All right. And then part 3 of teaching and learning. So should teachers make jokes or be funny when they teach? Những người giáo viên có nên pha trò, có nên giỡn giỡn hay là vui nhộn khi họ dạy học không? I think it depends on what age group, what age group, nhóm tuổi nào, or what types of learners, I think. It depends because some learners cannot stand a quiet classroom, you know, where they have to sit a long time, you know. Some children, they cannot stand it. They are very, very naughty and they need to move. They need to use their energy, you know. So sometimes making jokes or be funny is good, or do activities, you know. So it depends. Some people, they are too serious and they think that teachers should not make jokes or be funny when they teach, but I do think that they need to do that. Thường phần đông là học trò sẽ rất là thích nếu mà giáo viên người ta vui nhộn chút xíu. Nó là một cái phần của sự cuốn hút trong lớp học á. Yeah, it's a part of I think it's a part of classroom control, you know, or classroom practice. Nó là một cái phần của sự thực hành trên phòng trên lớp học á. It's a part of classroom practice that teachers need to do, you know. But it depends on a lot of different things. I think age group is one thing. Những nhóm tuổi mà lớn hơn rồi thì họ không có cần phải như vậy đâu. People who are older, of course, you don't need to make jokes to be funny when you teach. I think, okay, now what qualities should teachers have and why? Những phẩm chất nào những người giáo viên nên có? So I'm sure you have done this one many times, but teachers need to have dedication, need to have phải có cái uy nữa nha. You need to have like a serious vibe, I think. Cái uy của người nhà giáo. You need to have a serious vibe in which it makes people be serious about their study, you know. Make people serious with their study. Làm cho con người ta nghiêm túc với chuyện học. Họ make people serious with their study. Otherwise, if you do not exert a serious vibe, exert a serious vibe, nếu mà bạn không có tỏa ra một cái vibe mà nó nghiêm túc như vậy. Exert is to use something such as authority, power, or influence. Nó tỏa ra hoặc là sử dụng cái gì đó, ví dụ quyền lực, thẩm quyền hoặc là ảnh hưởng, in order to make something happen, để làm gì đó diễn ra. Like exert pressure on, gây áp lực lên những gì đó. Exert your influence, gây cái ảnh hưởng mình lên trên một người khác gì đó chẳng hạn. To exert a serious vibe, I think, or to must exert some pressure on the learners. Bắt buộc phải có được một số cái áp lực lên những người học nha. You must exert some pressure on the learners, otherwise they will not study, you know. And of course, you need to have a serious vibe of a teacher. Phải có một cái uy hoặc là cái năng lượng á của một cái người mà nghiêm túc, của một nhà giáo nữa. Of course, you can still make jokes and be funny, but in order to make people study, you need to have a serious vibe, you know. Như là nhiều học trò á, nếu mà họ không cảm thấy cái serious vibe này, họ sẽ leo lên đầu giáo viên mà ngồi. A lot of people, they do not. A lot of people do not know common sense, you know. Nhiều người không biết điều đâu. A lot of people don't know common sense. Cái common sense là những cái điều thông thường á, phải biết. Ví dụ những cái điều thông thường là ứng xử á. Common sense are basically things that people must know in order to behave well in a society. Things that people must know and behave to be a normal citizen in a society. Những điều con bị bắt buộc phải biết nha, để mà hành xử và hành xử trong một cái xã hội bình thường, để trở thành một công dân bình thường, đó chính là cái common sense, biết điều á. A lot of people don't know common sense, especially young children, you know. So I do think that you need to have a serious vibe of a teacher. I do think so. I have seen so many problems when people are funny with kids, you know. So, of course, to adults as well. Like, for example, if you are not serious, people will not take you seriously. Nếu mình mà không có nghiêm túc với người ta thì người ta sẽ không có xem xét mình một cách nghiêm túc, không xem trọng mình đâu. They will not take you seriously. And because of that, they might disrespect you. And because of disrespect, they cannot study, you know. They cannot learn anything. So that's why I think that's very important quality should teachers have. And of course, dedication, phải tận tụy. Of course, you need to have like a good knowledge of what you teach. Good knowledge of your field of teaching. Of course, you need to know the psychology of students. Biết tâm lý của sinh viên học sinh nó quan trọng lắm nha. I think because if you know the psychology of people, you can guide them. You can guide them to the right path in their studies. Có thể hướng họ đến cái con đường đúng cho chuyện học của họ. Sorry. Now, which do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills? Các bạn nghĩ cái nào quan trọng hơn, kỹ năng thực tế hay là những cái kỹ năng về học thuật, học vấn? So this is something that's very interesting to talk about. I'll leave it to you. Okay, and then which age group is the best at learning new things and why? Nhóm tuổi nào là tốt nhất ở chuyện học những điều mới? Tại sao vậy? It's not always children, you know. Think about it. Because some skills, think about it. Some skills and knowledge require prior knowledge in order to be understood. Một số kỹ năng và cái kiến thức nó cần phải có những kiến thức trước đó để mà có thể được hiểu, in order to be understood clearly, you know, and understood clearly. Like, for example, you need to pass math 1 in order to get to math 2 and math 3, for example. Để lên được cái môn toán 2, toán 3 thì phải đậu được cái môn toán 1 chẳng hạn. So the same thing happens to age group, I think. Like, you would not expect like children before the age of 10 to understand, let's say, economy, right? Or to understand complex terms, complex things such as democracy, for example. Nếu mà mình diễn giải những điều mà ví dụ những đứa trẻ mới 10 tuổi, chưa đến 10 tuổi đi, nó không thể nào hiểu được những cái vấn đề phức tạp, ví dụ như dân chủ chẳng hạn. Democracy. Let me see, like democracy, dân chủ. They cannot understand what it is. You know, it's hard to understand. So it depends on age group. Also, it depends on like their level of understanding, I think. Cái mức độ hiểu biết. The level of understanding or their base level, like which grades, lớp mấy, thì là cái mức độ nền của nó, their base level, I think, which great. And also, I think sometimes it depends also on like có một số cái mà mình cần phải là người ta đủ số lượng tuổi rồi người ta mới có thể học được nha. Sometimes it requires a certain amount of age, you know. They have to reach a certain age. You have to reach a certain age in order to learn it. Các bạn phải đạt một lứa tuổi nhất định nào đó để mà có thể học được nó. Like for example, how to be good husbands and wives, trở thành là người chồng người vợ tốt chẳng hạn. You cannot teach that to 16 years old, you know. 16 or 15 years old, 15, 16 tuổi. Em dạy mấy đó người ta đâu hiểu đâu, tại sao là phải như vậy. You know, it's like you need to, before you get married, you can learn how to be good husband and wife, yes. But I don't think it's something that children should learn. Never, I think. Okay, you have some time now.